Okay, time for the giant rose. So, the instructions start out with this piece here. So that is this one. You can see it has 2 slits here, and you need to make sure that you have this tallest one, little piece, make sure that that is on the right side. So this one I found easiest to make sure that I did spritz that one with water. And then I just pat it around to get both sides wet. Okay, so first you're going to put a glue on this little tab here, and then roll it and put it in the, make sure you put it in this first slit, not the second slit. So that shows that here. A little twirl, so that means roll it up. So I found it easier to kind of get it started, then put it in that first slit here, like so. And then I turned it over and I glued it down like that. So I found hot glue easier for this flower than the Scotch Quick Dry. And then I put the end of my craft knife in here to help it keep its round shape, so it didn't get so flat. Okay, so we're to that point. Then it says take the other side and wrap it around and then put it in the other slit. So you take this one and then you just continue to roll. And I roll it all the way and then bring it back, and then this slips in like that. Now I wasn't quite sure how to get that to glue. Let me pull the slit back, or the tab back out, and let me put a little hot glue and then push that through. Well, hopefully that'll, let's push this in and we'll just kind of push it down. Hopefully that'll work good enough. Okay, then it shows to bend the petals out. So I just use my fingers, just kind of bend these out. This will be the very center of the flower. So you'll just set that aside after you get that ready. Then you're going to be working with this piece, and it shows right here. Now this has a slit here, and it has lots of tiny little slits. I found if you take an X-Acto knife and make sure those slits are all the way cut before you glue it into the cone shape. That way when you go to put your petals in there, they go in much easier. And again, I spritz this one with water. And it helped it to roll up much easier. So just make sure it's a little bit wet everywhere. Okay, so the instructions show to kind of curl both ends back and put that slit in. So if you just kind of roll, I found if you just roll from the end that doesn't have the tab, and again I just kind of rolled it a little bit extra, and then you can put that tab in. You can see, I'll go in here and put some on the tab. Maybe if my little glue gun will reach down there. Okay, good thing I'm working with a low temp glue gun. I highly suggest that so you don't burn your fingers. Okay, and again, curve out the petals. Okay, now this is going to be the base of the flower, and I'll put that aside for now. Okay, so I'm going to prep all the petals. There's 5 of the smallest, 3 of the medium, and 7 of the largest. Now for some reason when it cut out 7 of the smallest and 9 of the largest. So there's 2 extras, so you don't need to do those. Now it shows to put some glue along each edge of the slit and bring it together and then curl it back. I found it easier to curl the petals back first and then glue this bottom part here. Now when you're gluing them together, make sure that these edges are lined up good. If they overlap, then it's really hard to put them in those little slits. So you do that to all your petals, and then we'll move on. Okay, with all our petals formed, we are ready to start assembling the flower. So on the instructions, it shows all the slits, and then for each size petal it shows which they have 5 of the slits darker. So next to the tab there's 2, and then next to the slit there's 3. Now it's much easier to do the top ones before you do the ones that are lower than it. So this is the end with the slit. So we need this one and this one and this one and this one. I found it made it much easier if I put the craft knife in and kind of wiggled it around like that, and then it made it much easier to get the petal in. So you put it so the cup side is towards the center, then you just slide it in the little slit, put a little bit of glue right next to where it is, attaches, and then I just held it like that. Again, low temp glue gun is your friend. So let's do this other one that's on the top row of the slits. Put the petal in, fold it back, get some glue in there, and then press it down for a minute. Okay, then this spot where the next one goes. Hold that down. Okay, and then the other 2 are these 2 here. Oops. Oh, the blade came out. And I think that one should go underneath. Might have been a little too much glue. quite. Oops, well, open that really big. But it won't matter. That part doesn't show. Oh, I'm having a hard time with that one. It's because I got it too jaggedy. There we go. Okay, that's all our smallest petals. Then we have our 3 medium-sized petals, and they go right here by the tab end. There's 1, 2, and 3. So let's see. So this is where our tab is. So there's 1, 2, 3. So let's put now I can't remember. 1, 2, 3. So let's put this one in first. So it's the highest up. Oh, rats. That one does not want to come in again. Straighten that out first. There we go. Push that down. Okay, then, yeah, this one here. Okay. Oh, that one's not going to want to go in good, I can tell. Why? I don't know. There we go. Okay. And then our third middle-sized petal goes right here. Oh, I'm struggling. We'll get it though. At least it went in good. No glue. Hold it for a second. Okay, now we're to our largest petals. And so basically, they'll just go in all the slits that are left. So let's do the ones that are up higher first. You'll find there's one more petal, but not really a slit. There's this slit, sort of. I thought that would be, well, I thought it would be hard because it's kind of covered up. But you can kind of, let's see how well that works. The other one, I just glued it onto the outside and didn't put it through, but that'll work. So that one's kind of hidden. Okay, so now all your petals are on. And the next step in the instructions shows to glue the center in. So we'll just put a little, now that shouldn't matter, that's not on there very good. Some glue all around. Put that in the center. And I kind of put my craft knife in the middle and just kind of pushed it all around. You just push it to one side. Until that's dry. And then that's your flower. And if you want to bend your petals out more, you can do that. Okay. Now you're going to do your leaves. And it shows to roll them around and glue the tab together. Then you're going to put glue on the little tabs on the bottom and glue those up. Then glue it to the bottom of your rose. So this one, again, I found it easier if I got it misted with some water. Okay, now there is a tab and a notch, but I found it very hard to get in, so I didn't use it. I didn't use the notch anyway. I just put some glue on the tab and glued it inside. I figured it won't matter because it's not even going to show, because it was really hard to get it in that slot. Then I folded these little tabs up. That's on this little circle at the bottom. Folded them like that. Some glue on those. I kind of held them in with my fingernails to tuck it in. You gotta work kind of fast. Just press those. Like that. And that is this assembled. Then the bottom didn't quite touch the bottom of that, so I put the glue on the leaves because I knew those would touch the rose. And place the rose inside. There's 5 petals and 5 fingers. I just put a finger on each of the leaves. And there is the large rose. Oh, my middle's coming out. I better try gluing this again. Fiddle with it like I did before. Okay, so the pattern has 2 large roses of the green, and 2 smaller green roses, and then 3 of the large roses in orange.